All right. Silent Hill 2 Remake. Day 5. All right. We just started Otherworld Brook Haven after fighting Flesh Lips. I didn't want to continue on too much last time because of the audio desync issue, so hopefully that's all fine for today. Oh, right off the bat, I didn't unveil this last time. But there it is. That is the, original box. The chains and stuff are new. And that's why you could see the old chain laying on the bed on the, memory flashback thing. But that's Joseph Barkin's box from the original game. There we go. Lapis Eye key. Undoing one chain. But we've still got these other two. I'm fairly certain we don't have... Fairly certain we don't have any... Yeah. James will usually write down if we have numbers. I love opening the map just to see the lines and everything fill in. Okay, still running kind of low on ammo. Have to push that from the other side. Thing we can crawl through. Oh, that is one of the nurse variants. Ooh. Okay, we still got a lot of heals. This is going to be the stall with the mannequin in it. This feels very much like the intro Nightmare Homecoming bathroom where you fight the first nurse. Like, if this was, instead of the urinal, if this was like a mirror where you would get the combat knife, the 3 stalls right here. The door leading in on this side. Oh, they set her up under that light specifically for that moment. Nice visual, though. rifle. This is C2. Yeah, I really like the Otherworld Brook Haven. They did a good job with this area. Man, the music. Trying to take my time and do better with melee combat. Okay. That's all good. Need to go back around. Well, never mind. We break this. Doesn't actually mark those. How does this work? Oh, they can go through it? Want to see this one go through. If the nurse can, I'm sure the lying figure should be able to. Or he's just going to be super annoying and block this off. So here's this. So now I can take this, push that over there. Dirty gurneys. I will say one thing that I sort of miss examining things in the environment. Now, the original Silent Hill 2 didn't do this a whole lot anyway. It did have some key moments where it did. But like Silent Hill 3 did this very well. And it's something that I feel like they may have been able to improve on with the remake as well, where you can like examine something in the environment and get a little bit of commentary, not necessarily even voice lines, even just little bits of text. I kind of miss that little bit of inner monologue, inner splash text monologue. Like, the trade-off is that we have certain things James can look at closely and specifically comment on. Ooh. Make sure I've got this one. Shotgun loaded up. Still try not to use it. But if I keep missing shots like I tend to, I'm gonna wind up with just melee soon anyway. Cause I had like 140 bullets or 160. I had a lot coming into Brook Haven. Patient's note. He's there again, looking, staring. He says he'll drag me there. I don't want to. I won't let him take me. Ah, so Patient's perspective, a little reference to a note in the original game from the doctor's perspective. Why was me talking about why must we drag them kicking in and screaming out of their reality into our own? Talking about patients who view reality differently. And if they're happy... Oh. Cool. Director's office key. Bloody handprints on a pile of books. Another TV that sounds like a projector. Scissors, forceps. So now we're in C5 where Maria was in the original game. When you return to Maria's room, this breathing is there. So they kept this intense breathing when you revisit this room in the Otherworld. No one knows. Mary's prescription bottles. That opens back up this way. So now I've got the key for the director's office. I'm gonna go save, though. God, the audio here is I like that it feels like Yamaoka leaned a little bit more into some of his older industrial influence. There'll be no pain anymore. No pain. No pain, no pain. Little thing in reference not only to the patients, but obviously I wonder if that could be construed as like how James was feeling, manically trying to convince himself that killing Mary is the right thing to do. There will be no pain anymore. Okay. All right, then. Ooh, this music. I found 0050 in the ECT room again. This time I checked, he was not appointed for the treatment. How is it possible he got there all by himself? And how would he know how to turn the thing on? Somebody's going to answer for this. So close. It will happen. Has to. The treatment stretcher. I love the water soaking in and turning red around any of the red markings, red notes that James leaves on the map, making the ink effect bleed out. It's a really nice detail. She actually tried to parry there and, like, missed. Bullets. So we've got that leading through. It's one of those little optional areas you can go through the window. Fix the generator. Dead by Daylight professional. 4,000 hours on record. Director's note. I won't rest until they are solved. I won't rest. I can't rest. I don't know how anymore. So we've got the treatment stretcher there. The generator's on now. And it burns away into numbers. 9659. Interesting. James writes it down. 9659. Okay. That was a very... That felt like a Layers of Fear blueberry kind of puzzle. Not in a bad way necessarily. It just it's an electroshock therapy table, and it burns away and shows you numbers. I'm assuming that number will work here. Nine 659. Those are some classic Brook Haven keypad beeps. I like it. I like it. All right. It's so cool just to see the map. Definitely feels like a mannequin hiding type of room. Maybe? Like a distant scream sound. All sorts of weird sounds going on. Can't make out what might be on the name tag. nothing. Ooh. Those sound effects. Making me double check behind me. It sounds like footsteps, like shuffling around behind you. Get that rain effect, that rain on glass effect. Watch it go dark. Facing up at this light. One year they've been watching me. So many pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. Calendar page. Thursday the 17th through Saturday the 19th. Monday through Wednesday on the front. It's got a picture of the dial. 1 year they've been watching me. 1 is emphasized. So many pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. Six pills. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Watch when it goes dark. What else we have to see here? Oh. Was not expecting the fold-out clock hand. Ow. So many enemies. Set off the fucking alarm clock. They realized they were late for work. 2. Alright, 7 pills. 2 on the clock. Watch when it goes dark. Watch it get dark. Watch it go dark. Oh. Thought it was this little light beam. It's always 2. It always goes out like 1, 2. 1 year they've been watching me. So many pills they fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. 1722. This closed off. Or no, it's a one-way drop. I see. There's those footsteps. Little shuffly footsteps. Hey, hands painted on the wall. Are they a sign of pain? Reaching for something? That's from the original Brook Haven as well. And the hole has been filled up. You originally got a key and a battery. There we go. Now we can go around. Not 1722. There were 7 yellow pills in the sink. 1 year they've been watching me. So many pills they've fed me. When a loud hour comes, I tremble every time the light falls. One year they've been watching me. The way 1 is emphasized, I feel like there's not like more to that. It seems like 1 is the first number. Oh, it was 6. I can't count. 1, 6. And then the hour 2. And the light turning dark. 1622. Thing has been done. Hair? Nothing. My favorite. In the original, he does say, like, there's nothing in the box at first. And then he finds hair. No hair. 3D painting of a woman. The woman in the door. Also from the OG. The -1 elevator button. I can't count. I can't speak. What's wrong with me? Ah. And you do need rings for her fingers. Lady of the Door. Oh, and they turned the patient's note into writing on the wall next to it. She's an angel no one knows. Only I can see the Lady of the Door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread. They fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly. I should just sit here in silence. Like bloated and ugly corpses, their sins, she devours them. Sin and sinner alike. She saves me. She is an angel. Having a stroke. Can't fucking read. Can't fucking talk. Can't fucking count. Alright. So I guess back to the elevator. Now that that's done, but I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else. Women's locker room on that side never opened. Oh!
Tuning in. Welcome to another exciting
Trick or treat.
Trick or Treat, where you answer our questions correctly and win a prize beyond your wildest dreams. Or you fail to answer correctly and receive the punishment. It's all in the hands of our lucky contestant, James Sunderland. James, are you ready to play Trick or Treat? Excellent. Here's your first question. In the early 1800s, a terrible disease spread across Silent Hill, resulting in the death of many of its inhabitants.
The plague?
Their bodies thrown into the lake to sleep forever in their watery grave. How many souls were lost during the plague?
Oh, interesting.
1, 42, 2, 67, 3, 85. Know the answer? Well, you better hold on to it. You never know when it might come in handy. Now, on to the second question. Follow Sanders Street heading east and further on to the outskirts of town. One and only one road will take you towards the lumberyard and the cemetery. What is the name of that road? 1.
Okay, the road to the cemetery.
2. Munson Street. 3. Wiltsea Road. Did you get that? I sure as hell hope so. And for a third and final question, Silent Hill witnessed a gruesome murder a few years back. A brother and sister were playing in the road when they were attacked and chopped into pieces with an axe. Torn flesh, smashed bones, splattered blood. What a terrible tragedy. What a gruesome end to such innocent lives. One of the victims was a local boy named Billy Locane. But
Interesting.
what was the name of the other victim?
Oh.
Billy's sister. 1. Miriam.
Instead of Walter.
2. Heather.
Heather.
3.
Nice reference.
Julia. Well, that's the last of our questions. Have you got it all figured out? If so, fantastic. The time will soon come to collect your prizes. But be careful. If you're wrong, well,
No laugh.
that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. See you somewhere, sometime, in sickness or in health.
Oh, sickness and health. Hospital reference, but also wedding vows. I don't like the voice performance as much as the original. It's not bad, but the original performance is so hard to top. And that one, yeah, it was lacking energy. But I like the change up in the questions. So it was, how many are in the bottom of Toluca Lake from the illness? That would be 67. You find a statue in Rosewater Park. It was which road? Which road goes by the cemetery? this one over here that goes by the graveyard, which if you follow along there, eventually turns into Wilt's Road. Or did I misread that question? Did I mishear it? I was kind of caught up in the performance itself. The very, like, water dripping down everything. Generator room. Nothing else I can do with this. That just doesn't unlock no matter what. Nice. Ominous red lighting over there in front of the pump room. Stop getting up. Nothing. Oh, good. We got spare chains. was hoping not to waste bullets and maybe get a stealth kill, but certain ones seem like you just can't really sneak up on them. Climb up there. Yeah. That's our red light that we saw from the other side. Ah, the copper ring. With the spider on it. Oh, hey, you just
Mary.
walk out of the shadows?
Maria, I thought. Sorry.
I was here the whole time.
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? I was almost killed back there. I have never been so scared in my whole life. All you care about is that dead wife of yours. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't leave me alone again. You're supposed to take care of me. So what about Laura? You found her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
What? We have to find her.
What?
Yeah, you really seem to care about that girl. Do you know her?
I'd never met her before. I just feel sorry for her. She's all alone and... I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's up to me to protect her. Come on, let's go look for her.
Okay, Maria has returned. Huh. Ring made of copper engraved with a spider ornament. That's not a bad performance, like her take on that scene. Again, it's so hard to compare with the original just because I've got, 23 years of memory and feeling attached to those performances. She was trying. She was trying. And again, it's not bad, but I feel like I prefer the original. Little setup back there. Oh, that was a very particular sounding creak. More drug needles. What are you looking at? She's like leading the way now. Oh, I'm locked in.
What is that?
Well, what do you know? A stroll in the rain. How romantic.
Oh,
Maria. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to keep things light, James. Just humor me, okay?
Yeah. Sorry.
weird segment. Oh, are you back to following me now? Okay. I like the music. Huh. But yeah. Like really locked in, focused on that imagery. Nice. We can see the red light and fan kind of back there from after the flesh lips. Giant ominous void. Kind of similar to the big empty hole in the ground in Silent Hill 3's Brook Haven. They mustn't know. And what would have been the pool. And that sound of like water draining.
Is that what I think it is?
Hey, it's the tarp covered room with the refrigerator. Oh, and it's got a cable. Shoutouts to Enhanced Edition. A little Enhanced Edition reference. For those who don't know, in the PS2 like original release of the OG, the fridge like doesn't have a cable. And Enhanced Edition added a cable. Remake has confirmed cable is canon. Way to go, Enhanced Edition.
Having trouble there?
Big strong man.
Yeah. You think you could give me a hand?
Me? You're supposed to be the big man around here. How's a little girl like me supposed to help? Fine.
Oh, God.
What's this?
Ew. That sound
Not very
effect.
cute, is it? Here, why don't you take it?
Thanks.
Eh. Eh. I actually liked Maria's performance there. James had some big shoes to fill with topping, thanks. Thanks. It's so goofy sounding in the original. And again, that's one of those things where
So, where to now?
Come on. I think I know where those rings belong.
but that's one of those things where it probably wasn't intended to sound as silly as it did in the original. But because it got that weird performance that sounds so weird and out of place for James, it stands out. It becomes kind of iconic. Now, like, I don't know. That exchange was more realistic, but also sort of sacrificing any little memorable moments for the sake of realism, for the sake of, I guess, just it's a more quality performance. Like, all of these actors are obviously very well-trained professional actors who are doing really, really well with the direction and the script and everything given. But again, that I feel like a certain level of polish takes away from some of the charm of the original. And scenes like that, I feel, are where it really shows. Again, it's not like game ruining. It's not like ruining my experience. I'm still really, really enjoying this game. But yeah, little things like that. Personal preference. They come off more realistic, but because of that, a little more flat. Which is not always a good thing. Sometimes it can be. Dissociated notice. The patients will become the diagnosis scheduled for them when they'll make recovery, as my aim is always for the entire personnel, especially when their symptoms will become receding with effective treatment. Okay, let's see, where else can I go? I guess we're just going back to the, Oh! But before that... I should have been writing down answers. The first one was how many at the bottom of Toluca Lake, which would be 67. Which was 67? I could go back and I could watch my VOD. But I don't think I will. 67. I think the first one was like 40 something. It's probably 2 or 3. I'm gonna say 2. Question 2 was the Cemetery Road. Wiltz Road, I think. Which I think was 3. And then Billy's sister's name. It was Miriam, Heather, and then Julie, I think. Which would be Miriam. Okay, I was really unsure about the first one. I for the most part remembered the second one and the third one. I could not remember the order, like what numbers. Okay. Oh yeah, a ring made of lead with a terrified face. A terrified face. Originally, it's described as being a, like, bloated and ugly face. All right. Elevator dialogue? Like Mass Effect? No? Nothing?
What is that?
Ooh.
James?
What's wrong?
Let's just get out of here, okay?
Oh, there is like music. There's like ambient sound here now.
What's wrong? I thought you wanted to get out of here.
Oh, the Brook Haven chase sequence, Pyramid Head chase.
Something doesn't feel right.
Come on. It's gonna be fine.
Don't do it, Maria. He stuck that hand in the toilet. Oh, man. They really make this ominous. Oh, the music here. No going back. Ominous note. I was talking about things being ominous, and here's a note literally titled Ominous Note. It is done. Sick no more. Man, after all of that, going through this whole new Brook Haven, and now we have like very similar to the stairwell layout of the original hospital. Very dark going down the stairs there. I feel like now that's almost like foreshadowing the stairs in the Historical Society. Can't see the bottom. Oh, man. It's like the same layout as the original, too. You'd go to the bottom of the stairs, through this door, turn left. And the metal fencing, the grating in between the hallways, so that you have an opportunity to shoot Pyramid Head. Oh, I just got a save thing there at the bottom right. This is gonna be like a whole fucking sequence now, isn't it? Oh, I can't shoot. Maria's just... Oh my god. Shattered memories. It's downpour. It's downpour memories. Oh god, he's gonna get me.
There! An elevator!
He's gonna get me.
Come on, hurry!
Oh, original sound effect there. The sound of the elevator starting back up. They really went in with that scene to emphasize. Okay. There's my piano. That was good. I was worried that chase segment was going to be a lot dumber, to be honest. As soon as I realized it was like building up to be a thing, I was expecting it to really go into being like a downpour style chase. It kind of was. I said the little vault over the thing. I was like, oh my god, it's Shattered Memories, because that's like what you do in Shattered Memories during those chase sequences. You knock stuff down and vault over it. You do it in Downpour as well, but no, they kept it kind of short and sweet, like didn't overdo it. Really emphasizing Maria being stabbed and James's reaction. Also, the cutscene, James's expression on his face used to be very different looking in early pre-release trailers. The new model looks much better with the expressions and stuff. I've noticed that in a lot of the scenes, but that one in particular stuck out in my head as being one of the ones that in the early footage looked kind of rough. And yeah, looks... They really, really polished up James's model and a lot of the expressions and stuff. That was good. That was good. I like that sequence. They amped it up without overdoing it. I would have liked to see a little bit more of like the cinematography of the original, like kind of the reverse shot of Pyramid Head stabbing Maria outside the elevator. But still not bad. Not bad at all. Again, super nitpick on that. Just minor cinematography things. Need a key. That was good, though. And seeing the front lobby, everything that was here in the very first part of Brook Haven, now switched over to the Otherworld form. But my trusty save point is still here. Oh, we get like a really clear shot of the night streets with the rain and the street lights and everything. Dude, that looks so good. Hey, this note. The potential for this illness exists in all people, and under the right circumstances, any man or woman would be driven like him to the other side. The other side, perhaps, may not be the best way to phrase it. After all, there is no wall between here and there. It lies on the borders where reality and unreality intersect. It is a place both close and distant. Some say it isn't even an illness. I cannot agree with them. I'm a doctor, not a philosopher or even a psychiatrist. Unlike the director. That's new. That's new. Adding some director lore. But sometimes I have to ask myself this question. It's true that to us his imaginings are nothing but the inventions of a busy mind, but to him there is simply no other reality. Furthermore, he is happy there. So why, I ask myself, why in the name of healing him must we drag him painfully into the world of our own reality? That's like my favorite note in the original. Word for word recreated here with that little extra bit about the director. Hospital entrance key. Oh, Laura? Is this our Laura in the street? Yeah. Instead of Laura just like running through a black void. You see Laura outside the window just kind of running through the abyss in the OG. Now she's out there running around in the rain and not getting wet. Maybe for her it's not raining. Oh, there's like controller vibration as the rain hits James. No letter and wrench note. Do we get the scene here of James? Oh, the light. In the original, James kind of has a moment here where he wonders if this is Mary's way of taking revenge. He doesn't quite say the word revenge. He stops himself short. Oh, I can already see the nurse. So we don't get that scene as you exit Brook Haven, I guess. Oh, apparently there's a whole bunch of heals spilled out of the ambulance along with the nurses. Ow. Yeah? What was that sound cue? Is it just because I, like, approached the big empty void? Man, the nighttime Otherworld streets look great. And we can still come back inside Brook Haven. How much of this is still, like, open? Oh. Elevator doesn't work anymore. There was one more little health drink there. Glad I came back and checked. Just want to see if potentially anything changes once you completely, like, leave and then come back. nice, and they're still doing the water soaking in for the town map. Nice little detail here. If there'd be like water droplets hitting your map, not enough to like obscure it, but just to kind of show that rain is falling and hitting your map when you stop and open it. Knife nurse. Oh yeah. Shout outs to YouTube comments. I'm not religious, by the way, so these Bible verses and stuff, if I don't look them up, like, I don't recognize them offhand, but this is apparently a reference to Corinthians. There's been a few other Bible verse references on license plates and things. In the original game, there's Bible references in the starting area bathroom and stuff. But Bloober added some more throughout the game. So that's like Corinthians, I guess 16:13. Corinthians 16:13. I'm not sure what that would be off the top of my head. Like I said, I don't know the Bible outside of what I research for video games. Ow. This whole area is like really, really cool looking. The town streets at night, like, one of my favorite parts of the original as well. Be nice if I could enjoy it without mannequin boxing. Start replenishing this ammo. Oh, is this is Heaven's Night right here. Okay, music. Yeah, there's the sign. Doesn't look like we're going in. Nurse grab. Okay, they've got a full-on QTE grab just like the lying figures. I dodged. Nothing. Whoa. James is trying to climb up on something. I want to go in Heaven's Night. James in his shiny coat. Presumably I'm not going there. Not going back to Brook Haven. Ah. Of course. And a mannequin.
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
Oh, my camera, like, locked in, but I had started turning to move and examine that wall. That fucking sound effect. And that, like, part in the music. Let's put this back. Still won't let me go in Heaven's Night. The neon and the, like, sign in the back and the nurses in the streets, all of this looks great. Just the imagery of this. I will say it is very slightly, not in a bad way, by the way. It reminds me of playing Resident Evil 2 Remake for the first time. And kind of the streets and stuff with the zombies shambling around. But again, not like in a bad way, not like in a, oh, this is just ripping off Resident Evil way. Like, it still very much feels like rainy, nighttime, Otherworld, Silent Hill with nurses specifically, not like zombies and stuff, but This looks great. And they seem to react like that to light. Things like the headlights and TVs that were in Brook Haven. Oh, handgun ammo just like sitting on the tire. Getting a bit more used to just dealing with stuff with melee, not wasting ammo for like leg shots and stuff. See if I can lure him out here. Oh my God. What is the bug doing? It's not giving me any more syringes. I've got a bunch. Jukebox. Empty. Or are we not actually doing anything with the jukebox this time? Just there for a little... Just a little spooky thing? No, that's gotta be more to that. Or does it just open up? It just opens. Silent Hill school bus. Oh, health drink there. Where's Travis Grady? Really? The range? The mannequin range is deceptively long. Okay, Lakeside Diner. That sign is buzzing very loud. It's a very David Lynch thing. He liked buzzing electricity and things like that. Features it in a lot of his works. It's interesting they don't do the letter and wrench note when you're leaving Brook Haven, because that kind of gives you your direction, like where to go, what to do next. In the OG, this one kind of leaves it a little bit more open. You're just sort of chasing Laura without much idea of where she's really going. There we go. Yoink. Building back up the supplies. Oh, the door's actually, like, hung open on this one. Love the chain link where the ground breaks away and you just have the metal fence sort of underneath. One of those things going all the way back to the original Silent Hill that I've always liked about the Otherworld. Made in Colombia. Cement.
Laura, please, wait!
What was that animation? Was she doing like hopscotch? Looked like she was bouncing on one foot. I'm assuming that was intentional. Oh, there's the Corinthians license plate reference again. Oh. We're in this, like, far off tunnel now. Cool. So this is kind of our Mandarin tunnel from the original. I know Mandarins are in the game, so this is probably our introduction. Oh, I like that. They make it all stompy. And I'm sure most players are expecting it to be something up here, not expecting it to be something below ground. For people who are going to be playing this, so many people who are going to be playing this as their first Silent Hill, like, ever. Oh, just a little tease of the Mandarin. Okay, interesting. I like it. So now we're back by Saul Street.
Laura?
Where did she go?
Ah, now we get our letter and wrench note. They moved it over here. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. There was even a reference to this line from Maria when staring into one of the places where the road has crumbled away. She was like, "Are you expecting it to stare back?" The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map, there's a letter and a wrench. That's like the original flyer and everything from the OG with the ads around the side, Pete's Bolorama, Quiet Cocktails, Toluca Boat Launch, all of that. All the same as the OG. They just moved the note. Let's see. We've got Harris Street blocked off. Love the visual of the red glow and the save point in there. Car completely covered with tarps. All these collapsed buildings. You piece of shit. None of that opens. That's blocked. Keep trying to get these stealth kills, man. It's so hard. Oh. Very distinct fog effect here. Okay, I've got to climb spots. I know, James. We're going to be hurt for a little bit. Squeeze through the perfectly person-shaped hole in the fence. Okay. Nothing there. What is this little area? Oh, this is Happy Burger. Anybody else? Anybody else in here eating Happy Burger? Want to jump out and try to kick my ass? There is. I can hear the radio. That hurt me? it nudging its way through the window, past me, hurt me. Get that Queen special. That's what I'm having for lunch today. Very cool, though. Seeing all these areas we were exploring earlier, just the messed up Otherworld versions now. Music coming from over there. Squish it, James. Nope. It's got the jigglies. Got a case of the jigglies. Ooh, radio. Oh, it's the Brook Haven breathing sound. It's like Mary's breathing, assisted breathing equipment coming through the jukebox. Ooh, game is very laggy here. Very laggy here, and I don't know why. There was a hole here, it's gone now. Emphasized in different, I guess, the coloring of it. A flashback to finding this map, this exact map, and writing down all of these notes in the original. Good reference. And there's the, if you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. The extra writing that you get here, but now emphasized with the jukebox. Very nice. Keeping in line with Bar Neely's. I just need my game to not be so laggy like it is right now. Don't know why this is happening all of a sudden. Ray tracing's still off. That's a bit better. Interesting. You get like a side view of the barriers and stuff blocking the roads. Squish it. Ammo, thank you. Slowly making our way towards the letter wrench. That goes into the American Cafe. Let me finish looking around. Well, that was an easy look around. Crawling in here. Oh, I hear a phone ringing. Moshi Moshi. Pyramid Desu. I... Apparently you can climb this. Even though you can just, like, walk around it. I'll answer it in a moment. Oh, the sheets are getting dirtier and bloodier. Well, there's our wrench. This is new.
Hello? Anyone there?
I got a quarter. Ah, it's our letter. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. You should know. That's different. The key is in the park at the feet of the praying woman. The wrench will open the gate. The key will let loose the abyss. Okay. Slightly rewritten note, letter from the original. And the wrench, originally used to open up a box found in Rosewater Park. Rosewater Park is circled. Another Bible verse, Matthew 11:28, I think. All Stars Pizza. Health drink in the vending machine. Silent Hill 1 reference. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they just stuck a health drink in a vending machine, but... You get health drinks out of a vending machine in Alchemilla Hospital in Silent Hill 1. Still can't go inside Lucky Jade. Oh. Bullet. More boulette. supplies. Give me all the supplies. Give me all the things. I know where I'm going next. And it's not baby's closet. The door that wakes in darkness. Came by and saw it at the beginning of the game. It looked a little bit weird. It looked like font floating in front of the sheets. Yeah, see the way the like shadow from the ripple of the sheet kind of goes past, like behind the S? How this is just text kind of floating in the air. It's not really synced up like on the sheet. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Just a weird little thing with that text that caught my eye the first time around. Groovy music's all locked up. Okay. Nightmare door. Oh, so now we get another tunnel. There was Mary's voice. They keep doing that. There's moments where you'll hear Mary just like a very quick gasp. The same thing happened in the tunnel. It seems to happen around tunnels. Same thing happened in the tunnel before Rosewater Park. After Blue Creek and Woodside Apartments. Which I guess is kind of where we're at. Oh, this time the wrench is to open this up rather than the box in Rosewater. Very nice. This feels like Silent Hill 3 underpass. More than the Silent Hill 2 Mandarin tunnel. Oh, there it is. Oh. Oh, that's nasty. They got new tricks. Oh, look at the animation. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, you have to actually like go for the hands and get it to let go and fall. That's great. That's a great way to do the mandarins. And they scream. The merry scream at you. Look at that. It's not quite so dark. The fog and everything is there again. Oh, this is that little side door. So this heads back to the apartments. The little wall where you meet Laura is right there. I pointed out this door the first time through because they redesigned this little area. So this is leading back into Rosewater here. This is where I heard that breathy, merry gasp before. Like this little spot in the tunnel. Oh, very nice. The darkness and the fog together. Is this open? Ah, this is open now. That gate was previously closed off. Hey, welcome to Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. No better place than there's no better place than here to let go of your busy schedules and finally enjoy a relaxing vacation. Rows of quaint, rustic houses mark a gorgeous mountain landscape. So they put the Roger Widmark note over here. It's found in the apartments in the original. Still says Roger Widmark on the actual paper, just not in the text when you choose to read it. Anything different with Patrick Chester? Son of Edward, fought and died for the people, liberty, and for all of our tomorrows. Memory lives on. Ah, so that side is locked now. Me heart she. All the same little spots that were here first time around. Okay, that side to the docks is also blocked. Feel like there might be hidden things here. Just lots of little spots and areas around Rosewater. Oh, Angela. Another Angela scene here. What?
Hey. Are you feeling better?
This place is different from what I remember. I guess things never really stay the same, do they?
I guess not.
I don't think she's here anymore, James.
Who?
My mama? She doesn't want to see me anymore.
Why would you think that? Anyway, I'm happy to see you.
Anyway? What do you mean anyway?
Happy to see me?
Alive, I mean.
Oh. Yeah. I better get going.
You still don't want me to go with you? If we stick together, we might just make it out of here.
Out of where?
This town. Silent Hill.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, you didn't happen to see a little girl around here, did you?
Short black hair, 7 feet tall. 7 feet
little
tall.
girl?
7 years old. Cheryl's gigantic.
Yeah,
What's wrong with my brain?
Angela? Are you all right? Angela?
No. Please. You shouldn't be here.
Angela, it's okay.
No, don't touch me!
Ooh. Okay. We're sort of building up Angela's character with some extra scenes and things now. That's interesting. I mean, I understand wanting to do that. That there's nothing in the original to compare to that. You don't see Angela at all during the sequence, but that was interesting. A little bit more with the character there. James digging up the box at the foot of Jennifer Carroll's monument. Something very creepy about just hearing the sound while it while the shot is just on the statue. My patient buried it here. I knew but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for tranquility. So now we get the doctor's note that was originally part of the letter. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the old society was sealed. No one dares to approach that place. Now I offer you the key. If you still do not wish to stop James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. Still have the note. Still have it calling out James by name. The Historical Society key. Okay. Another photo. So far from home. Other side of the ice cream cart. The glass that I broke in the cart here is like still broken. Oh, music. Coming back in. Oh man. Revisit a bunch of these areas now. Andy's Pizza, billboard still there. Road still collapsed out here and here. Is there shovels there last time? I don't remember there being shovels. Like this music, like dissonant piano. Yep, the mass layoffs at Brook Haven. That note is there when you come through here the first time during the day. Go through Jackson again. Doesn't seem like anything's really changed. Gate over here is closed again. Can still enter 106. The Silent Hill 3 hotel room that Heather and Douglas stay in. Oh, Halo of the Sun. So the first time this is not here. I don't think it was. Pretty sure it wasn't. Because everything else in the room was like the same as the OG. Yeah, there wasn't anything there. That very faithfully created Silent Hill 3 room with Douglas's hat and a halo of the sun. See if Maria's outfit is still here. It is. James have anything to say now that Maria has been stabbed and murdered? No comment? Seems like all of this is not really different. Interesting, there's been like no enemies during this little sequence. There's actually quite a few nurses and mannequins and things. I think it's all nurses actually on the way to the Historical Society in the original along this road. Nothing new here. Oh, it's OG Heaven's Knight. That's the original Heaven's Knight staircase. And entrance area. See if there's anything new in the bowling alley. At the very least, we got a save. Play some foosball. Eddie's Pizza. All right, Historical Society. The Toluca Lake boat launch, Lakeview Hotel boat launch. I already examined the body that's down here when we came by earlier, but just in case anything is different. Oh, the mannequins are still... Dead mannequins are still there. Yep, James' corpse is still there. Nothing new, though. All the same billboards. Oh, misty day. It's time for a Silent Hill history lesson. At the Historical Society. I'm gonna break everything. Break all the priceless artifacts. There's a photo. The new clock. Little Baroness? Hey, look at that. Little Baroness, the maiden voyage of 1916. The Silent Hill arcade game is all about the Little Baroness. And Silent Hill 2 in the prison featured a note about the Little Baroness, so now we've got pictures and stuff in the Historical Society. That's cool. Lady of the Light. The unveiling of one of 2 statues commemorating the local folk tale. Painting with no description. This painting is in the Historical Society in the original game as well, foreshadowing the final boss area where you fight the final Mary's final form. James. That little gasp.
It's him.
Hey, that's what he says when you examine it in the OG. Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment. It's him. They even really emphasized good at making all the little brush strokes and things like that. The painting effect. All that practice from the Layers of Fears game. Layers of Fears games. They can make a good looking painting. Title unknown, author unknown. That is an obsidian goblet. Okay. Rebirth ending items. Waterfront landscape. Alan Smith, date of birth and death unknown, a depiction of the local area. The style indicates it was done sometime around the 1820s, when the region was far less populated, with sparse infrastructure. Among the local legends is that of the Lady of the Light. The story tells of a woman who was accused and found guilty of witchcraft. As punishment, she was taken to a small island out on the lake, a minuscule stretch of rocky soil devoid of any food or shelter. There she was to suffer a slow, excruciating death as her body succumbed to cold and hunger. So this is the story that Maria was saying in the extra park cutscene earlier. However, unbeknownst to the rest of the townsfolk, there was a young man among them who, having gazed into the woman's eyes, as bright and beautiful as a midsummer's moon, had vowed undying love for her. When she was convicted, wrongly as he believed, he swore that he would not let her suffer such cruel fate. While waiting for an opportunity to abscond with his beloved, every night he would sneak out and row across the lake, bringing her food and something to keep her warm. And every night the woman would stand there on the shore holding a lit candle to help him find his way. But then one night, when the sky was exceptionally clear, devoid of even a wisp of cloud, the young man set out on his nightly escapade. As always, he would look out into the distance, looking for the light in the darkness that would lead him to his beloved. On that night, however, the moon shone so bright and so vibrant, stronger than any candle could. Seeing the light's reflection in the water, the young man was led astray. He rode and rode and rode, following the reflected light, hoping against hope he could reach it. He did not care for his aching arms or the shortness of his breath, utterly mesmerized by the illusory light. When his boat tipped over, the man was so exhausted from rowing, so weakened were his arms, that he was not able to swim to shore. Thus he succumbed to a watery grave. So they're building up James rowing across the lake, like following the lighthouse and stuff, into more of a local legend that he's kind of playing parallel to. Although left alone, the woman on the island never lost hope. She kept coming out at night and kept lighting the candle. The legend says that those looking for true love can still see the lady's light out on the lake, shining to bring her beloved home. While the story is clearly meant as a metaphor and a cautionary tale, it is, to a certain extent, rooted in reality, as the area has indeed seen its share of religious persecution, such as that of Jennifer Carroll. They're going to talk about Jennifer Carroll. Cool. So they're kind of tying in Jennifer Carroll lore, and that's that type of backstory to a new story, a new local legend that's been created for this game, for this remake. And they're kind of using it to give some more significance, a little story parallel between James rowing across the lake. Silent Hill Historical Society founders. Oh, look at that. Again, no title or description, but that is... Man, that looks like from the original game. The hole that you drop down. I wonder if it's going to look like this for this game as well. If it'll be this accurate, or if this will even still be in the remake. But yeah, that's the door at the bottom of the stairwell. The very long stairs that leads to a hole that James has to drop down. Hey. Name scratched over, illegible. Former director of Brook Haven Hospital. Very similar imagery, similar features and everything to the original. In the OG, there is a painting of the director of Brook Haven in the Historical Society, but you don't get to really see it very well, like very close. But it does look very similar to this. They've kind of recreated it with more detail. Brook Haven Hospital, 1880. The hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to the area. Originally, it was little more than a shack, but has since expanded into a fully fledged medical establishment. The Wilts Coal Mine, also a thing from the OG, established around 1850. It remained operational until the early 1900s. The mine played a key role in the revitalization of Silent Hill. Yep, the Wilts Coal Mine. That is a thing from the original, and it's not burning underground or anything stupid like that. That's all stuff that comes from the movies. But in the original games, there were coal mines, but the town was predominantly a mining town. The mines got closed after basically they were mined out completely. And that's why Silent Hill had to start restructuring as a resort town. Tourist destination. interesting. And there's our stairs in the back of the Historical Society. I like the way this feels now. The Historical Society laid out this way. Oh, there's the foghorn, original sound effect. I just want to see what happens. At what point does this completely just go dark, right? You can still see that light up there. Almost like going into a mine. But yeah, the foghorn boat sounds, reference to the Little Baroness. Nice long staircase. As it should be. And this should be the prison note. Yep. Toluca Prison, September 11, 1820. Prisoner number C221. Just to let you know, you are out of time and space and reality in a place that did not exist for a very long time. Original music there, the prison music. Very nice, very nice. Oh, here we go. The paintings, or the pictures. Crimson and White Banquet for the Gods. Showing the history of the town's executioners. This is where the pyramid head shape comes from the town lore perspective, resembling the hooded executioners. Death by skewering, very much resembles lying figures on pikes. An execution at the prison, death by skewering or strangling, very similar to how Mary died. To choose his death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. And again, sort of the idea that Mary had that freedom taken away from her. James chose how and when she would die, rather than letting her. Toluca Prison Camp, built in 1862. The camp was used to house prisoners during the American Civil War, converted into Toluca Prison in 1866. There's actually quite a few different prison with history in Silent Hill, because you had Toluca Prison Camp that became Toluca Prison, that I think then also becomes Silent Hill Prison at some point later in the timeline, and then ultimately is closed down completely, and the Historical Society is built in its place. But same artwork as the OG. Pretty much the same location as well, the way this is laid out. Also, if I press up on the D-pad, nothing happens because we have no map for the area. There we go. It does look pretty much just like the OG. It's like down to the door texture and everything. So yeah, that picture in the Historical Society foreshadowing this jump. Same thing as the OG. Ooh, even like the camera angle. Good job. Good job on that. Oh, and it's like the past few times where you have to reach your hand into the wall. You have to pick jump multiple times before he actually does it. Oh, we're in the well. Well, this is definitely the spot to break. You can just tell from a visual cue now. In the original, you couldn't tell at all. There was just like places where you can examine the wall, and eventually the description would change. But now we can just indicate it visually. Oh, it's a fake. There's fake ones. Okay. Is there others? Or is it just these? Each side. Okay. So you can tell visually where the wall is supposed to break, but they throw in some fake ones. Oh, we're gonna have the Lying figures popping up like lurkers in Homecoming. Popping up out of the water. The spiral writing key. This is the bug room. Oh, and you can see the inscription written around it. I like the way they visualize the spiral writing key. Oh boy. Classic bug room. Is it the same puzzle? Yep. 2, 3, 9. Just a combination. Yep. Same exact way that works in the original. The only thing they took out was the light bulb, or the battery rather. Switching out the battery for your flashlight. Ah, they made this look so cool. Yeah, the perspective when you open this door in the original, you realize the camera and everything is skewed and everything is tilted, like, vertically, depicting the same thing here, but much more freedom to, like, look at it and see, as opposed to, like, a static camera angle that shows you. This static camera angle is kind of how it looks in the OG. Oh, it's the cafeteria. Eddie's victim over there. So we should be seeing Eddie here. Oh, they got the whole, like, cafeteria line. Mainline menu, March 13th. Grits with lard, boiled meatloaf, beans, bread and coffee. Ah, there's the painting. You can find the painting of this cafeteria against the wall in the original as well. Slightly repositioned this body to be on the other side. Opposite of where the corpse is here, instead of in the same spot. Hey, and the gluttonous pig tablet, where you would have found this in the original. But it's all, like, busted. So we're not gonna have to worry about the tablets.
Ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head and...
Eddie?
Oh, hi, James.
What happened here? Who was that?
I don't know. He just came at me.
Okay. So he attacked you, and you shot him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He made me do it.
Okay, calm down, Eddie. Any idea why he would do that?
I don't know. He came out of nowhere. Tried sneaking up on me in the dark. I heard footsteps, so I turned back and he was right there.
And you could tell that he wanted to hurt you.
Well, yeah, I mean, the way he looked at me, I just had to do it.
He looked at you? I thought you said he came at you.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it in his eyes.
His eyes.
He kept looking at me, making fun of me. And I told him not to, but he didn't listen.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
You should see your face, James. I was just joking. The guy was dead when I got here. I got you, didn't I? Well, anyway, I better get going.
Wait. You're gonna go out there alone?
Yeah.
All right. I like it. I'm on board with Eddie's performance so far. Out of everybody in the remake, I think Eddie's performance is the one that has impressed me the most so far. Now, little things there that I kind of like in the original, the way that conversation ends. In the original, Eddie kind of sounds a little more spaced with the like he sounds very he's a little more like yeah I guess. You also had James call after Eddie in the original. When Eddie starts to leave, James is like, Eddie! You don't really get that this time, but Eddie's a lot more threatening this time around, where James is not going to call after him, you know? This time it's much more understandable. James wouldn't say anything after that performance from Eddie. Like, we'll just let him go on. Just let him walk off. That's fine. Oh, interesting. So, each time we've encountered Eddie, you can see Eddie's breath. Even before all of this, like when you first meet him, Eddie always has this air of coldness around him. And in the original, like, you fight Eddie in like a meat locker area where everything, the impression that you get of everything is kind of cold. And I feel like they've been emphasizing that fact with Eddie's character this time around, with the cold breath in all of the scenes that he's in. And now we're getting the victim of him, like the victim of Eddie, underneath this air vent where everything is frozen. Kind of in line with what we've been seeing with Eddie, that theme of cold. It's not anywhere else. Rifle rounds. Just like the OG, we get the rifle in the prison. And it's got an owl on the ammo box. That's the same as the OG as well. Toluca prison map. Serpent section. Main section. Oh. Oh my goodness. There is so much more. Boris section. Third floor basement. There is so much more prison now. Holy shit. Like, prison in the original, it's a very scary, like, impactful area. But it's very short. It's like very small. Hey, the masks. The masks next to the rifle. Now that's quite a detail. That's quite a detail, Blooper. So in the original game, there are these creepy masks sitting on a shelf where you pick up the rifle, but there's a static camera angle in that room where you don't see them. You cannot see these unless you break the camera. This is something that is in the original and not normally visible. Like, you wouldn't know this is a detail to put in this room just from playing Silent Hill 2 OG normally. You would have to look at the original room with a broken camera to add this detail in. Like, that is very specific. Gun cabinet notice. They still haven't found him. Since he had the cabinet key, we should assume one of the prisoners got his hands on it. Get the spare from the witness checkpoint and secure the rifle before it falls into the wrong hands. Rifle cabinet. So that's like a whole thing now. Cool detail, though. Awesome detail there. And with that, I think I'm going to call it here.